Hey, how are you? My name is Mike Stewart.ca, and welcome to episode 4 on how to sell your condo here in Vancouver. Now, in episode 3, we talked about using comparative market analysis to figure out what your condo is worth. So we figured out what your condo is worth. Now we're going to use a pricing strategy to attain the goals you want in the sale. So the first thing we got to figure out is, what are the goals in the sale? Do you want to maximize the amount of money you get? You don't care how long it takes? Or do you need to sell at a certain date or sell really quickly and price isn't the primary concern? Or do you want to sell the condo to somebody who's going to love it as it is because it's a really special condo? Or you don't care? Or you want to sell the condo to somebody that's going to totally renovate it and you really don't want it to be, the same as when you owned it? So once you've figured out what your goals are, then it's time to use pricing strategy. But before we use pricing strategy, we need to know what's happening overall in the real estate market. So, is the real estate market falling? Is it rising? Is it stable? Is there something in the overall economy that's causing the Vancouver market to be good or bad or what have you? You need to understand what's going on. Now, I've got a great link down below that has a link to the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver monthly stats, which are a great way to get insight into what's happening in the market. And I've got them for several months, several years back, so you can use that to see where the market's been to get an idea where it's going. So, once you've figured out what the goal is, once you've figured out what's happening in the real estate market, it's time to talk about pricing strategy. So there's 3 major pricing strategies here in Vancouver. The first and most common is to price at or near market value. So pricing at or near market value is a fairly safe way to proceed. Very often, you'll get offers in a fairly reasonable amount of time. You may have to negotiate off your asking price in a stable market or a falling market. If it's a rising market, you may not. Now, the cons of pricing at or near market is if you're in a falling market, what might be market today may not be market in 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months from now. So that's one thing to note, and buyers are deathly worried of overpaying for a property. So therefore, if a buyer feels that the price of a property is going to be lower in 3 to 6 months, they may not want to give you an offer based on where market value is today. So another way of pricing, or another pricing strategy, is to price below market value. So pricing below market value, the pros of it are the fact that if you price a property below market value, you're going to get interest right away. Okay, it means but that said, that's if the property is prepared, it's clean, it's easy to show, the pictures look good, good video, all those sorts of things. It's prepared, it's ready to go. So if your property is prepared, ready to go, you're going to get action right away if you price below market. Another advantage about pricing below market is you might be able to create a multiple offer situation, which could cause you to actually sell the property at market value as opposed to list price, which is below market value. So one thing to note, sometimes in rare cases in markets that are quite hot, you might even be able to get it to sell it above market value if you price below market. But that's not something I can guarantee. It doesn't happen all the time. So the drawbacks of pricing below market. If you've got a property that's not really prepared, not really ready for market, the market isn't very good, you might end up getting offers at your list price or even below because the property isn't ready. So make sure when you're pricing below, when you're pricing below market, make sure your property is ready to go and it looks perfect. Now, pricing above market. Now, in stable and falling markets, pricing above market probably will not result in you getting any offers. But in a rising market, pricing above market might be a good way to sort of maximize your returns in a rising market and sort of capture some of those gains in the increase in value of the property. So yeah, the pros of going with pricing above market is if you're in a rising market, you can capture some of the gains in the increase in value. The cons are in a stable or a falling market, you may not get offers because very often people don't understand that price is negotiable. This may sound strange, but here in Canada, negotiating isn't as strong of a sort of a cultural thing as it is elsewhere in the world, and a lot of buyers don't realize that price is negotiable and they can bring price down. So, if you're thinking about using pricing strategy, or if you have any questions about using pricing strategy, give me a call, 604-763-3136 at any time. I'm always available, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments in the form of a comment down below. My name is Mike Stewart. Thank you very much for watching. We'll speak to you soon. Thank you.